I want to share with you the most powerful manifesting processes that I do that works time and time again. Have you ever had people say to you that the universe will mirror back to you how you're feeling? You're like, well, that's great. What's going on with that? Well, this particular process helps us understand how our feelings, how we're feeling on our internal world will show in our external world. So let's get started. I want to start to share the screen here and go through this really powerful process with you. So your inner success equals your outer success. So many times we desire to manifest something outside of ourselves because it represents something that's missing from within. So if you think about that thing that you're wanting, maybe it's a car, and we drill into it. It's like, okay, well, what does that car represent for you? Just for you personally, what does that car represent for you? And you may say, like, that black four-wheel drive, it represents power, security, being able to see what's coming, gives you a sense of, again, power, security. And knowing that, it's like, that's fantastic. That's what you want the car. It'll give you a sense of power. But the question is, how powerful do you actually feel within? Now, I know for myself, when I was in a real state of victim kind of energy, that's what I wanted. I wanted that black four-wheel drive. And to me, it did represent a sense of power and security. I could see what was coming. I could be alert. I could keep myself safe. It was the thing that was going to reduce my anxiety. And so, knowing that about me, I had to go in and do the inner work to understand how I was keeping myself in a sense of powerlessness, how I was keeping myself in that state of victim kind of energy, how I was keeping myself in a sense of lack of safety. What was going on for me and my anxiety that kept me in that chain of events, that ripple effect. And so again, once you start to clear away that sense of powerlessness and the anxiety, the lack of safety, once you can turn that around and bring in the empowering beliefs, you then become an energetic match. This is your world, this is your reality. And so when you become an energetic match to the thing outside of you that represents power, law of attraction says those two have to come in. So when it comes to like doing the work, exploring the inner work, rehearsing what it would be like to have the car arrive, this is one of the most powerful processes that you could do to really increase how quickly that manifestation can come in. And I've seen this process work with houses, cars, businesses, clients, you name it. This process works. So let me dive in and share the steps with you. Overall, these are the steps, and then I'm going to go into more detail. So know exactly what you want. And for this process, let's say it is the black Tesla, the black SUV, whatever's right for you. But then, okay, so yeah, I know what I want. I don't want the crappy car. I want the car with prestige. I want that brand new feeling of sense of power and achievement. And so ask yourself, what does that black car represent for you? And here in my example I've written there can represent the sense of power, strength, achievement. Now, what we're going to do then is we're going to check in and say, well, how powerful, how strong, how much confidence do you believe in your sense of achievement? How much is that? Like even on a scale of 1 to 10, how powerful are you feeling right now? And in fact, let's drill down and find out what's stopping you from feeling powerful. Where are you giving your strength away? What's the benefit of being weak? It's this kind of personal inquiry that can really undo the secondary gain, the doubt, the limitations on why you don't have what you want. Um, and so just checking the slide here, as I've already said at the bottom there, that it's common that the item that we want to manifest will have that same qualities that we are feeling the lack of. So that's why we want the thing that we want. Hope that makes sense as we go to the next slide. So then once you've been able to go through those first few steps, grab your journal and where in your body are you holding on to that lack? Like, is there a sense when you think of like the sense of lack of power, is that in the chest space? Is it in the throat? Is it in the head? Like, where is this lack of power sitting for you? And then if you can allow yourself to sort of journal, at what age did these limitations first come into you? Again, like the belief work, are they actually true now? Like, are you actually powerless now? Is it true that you don't have choice? What would happen if you believe the opposite, that actually you do have choice? You have the choice to stay in this victim energy and you have the choice to choose something different. Like, what what would happen if you believe something different? And so, if you are doing this self inquiry and exploring these questions and you're not finding that manifestation showing up, that's when it's far more efficient to get in touch with an NLP practitioner, an NLP master, hypnotherapist, a healer, kinesiologist, theta healer, somebody who can bypass that critical mind of yours and really dig deep really quickly. That's where I find, like, if you're manifesting that 50, 60, $70,000 car and it's not here yet, like, go pay for a coach. It's going to cost you tiny amount to be able to get that outcome. This stuff, what's it costing you to stay the same with this sense of powerlessness and things? Like, it's time to move, it's time to change. So then once you've done that inner work, it's time to rehearse the excitement of having this brand new car. This is where you visualize that new car in your driveway, feeling the power of driving it, hearing the engine roar, and putting photos up on your vision board. Um, I've been known to print out the logo of the car that I want and stick it onto. I'll share with you. I had a Chrysler Voyager that was really, really old, really army green. Like, the floor would heat up. It was not very safe, and it was just fully respect that a Chrysler brand is what it is, but this particular car, it was like 20 years old, and it was just like it was embarrassing. But when I started to do this work on my sense of powerlessness and the the shame, the embarrassment in that, I would be out there with polishing that army green old 20-year-old car. I'd be out there polishing it like it was my brand new black car. I would have the logo of the new car logo that I wanted. I would drive it proudly, feeling like I'm already in my new car. I would do everything that I could to rehearse. And while some people may say, oh, that's a bit toxic positivity, isn't it, Claire? As I know, if you've done the inner work to understand what the limitations are, if you're doing that work, there is nothing toxic positive about this. Skipping that first step, yeah, probably. Like, if you've got any sort of thought leader saying manifest, visualize, rehearse, they're missing out a massive piece of understanding how to basically, like, pull out the weeds before you plant this new garden. So, so if you've done the work to better understand where the limitation is, like, you have that desire for a reason. It's not here yet. So the work is still waiting to be done. Do the work and then come in to play with the picture on your phone, the picture on your vision wall, polishing your current car, doing anything you can to mentally rehearse yourself out of the limitations and to feel into the luxury and the power and the sense of security. Because that's all your intuition wants, is for you to be in that uplifted place. Now, I fully get it that the car might not be your thing. It's the thing that I've used as an example because it ripples out to so many. But you could say, no, Claire, I love my 20-year-old dinted thing. My grandpa owned it. Like, what are you talking about? That's fine. You love your car. It already represents a sentimental sense of power. Don't manifest the car. Go and manifest in, the adventure, the house, the job, the clients, whatever's right for you. So I can swing the example really quickly and say, so if you're somebody that's on working within your business and you're like, well, I want to manifest in paying clients. It's like, okay, well, if they're not here, what do the paying clients represent to you? Does it represent a level of success? Does it represent a level of pride? Does it represent a level of achievement? Does it represent that hard work is coming to fruition? What does paying clients represent for you? And so once we get that, once you get, yeah, okay, well, I could prove my dad wrong. I would be, sense of achievement. I've proved my dad wrong, that, like, I am doing what I'm born to do. It would be like, okay, so what's going on there? Why are we creating a business based on this foundation of sort of fear and needing to prove someone wrong and the limitations. What if we could turn that around, and instead of proving to somebody else, it was actually because paying clients means that you get to play in the high vibrational energy? What if it means that you get to have that dance the dance with the universe and get paid for being you? It's absolutely one of my favorite affirmations. I get paid for being me. And so the more that I show up bright and happy, the more that I get paid for being me, and the more that I show up in a grunt and a mess, it's sort of like, yeah, Claire, it's a check-in. Anyway, I digress. So this process will translate into anything that you want to manifest. And then we go to step 6. So take inspired action. No matter how big, no matter how small, follow your intuition, because it's funny how opportunities start to show up when you get out of your own way. So if you've done all of the work there to reduce the sense of powerlessness and feeling really good, really confident, noticing the ripple effect of that work starting to show up more, there's a promotion, whatever the synchronicities are, it may actually be time to take a step and go and talk to your financial advisor, go and talk to the car dealership, or whatever scenario you're playing out, but you do have to take action. It's absolutely one of the most significant points of manifestation. Or if you're not willing to get that loan to get the car, then maybe you need to continue doing the work on well, what does it mean to receive a car for free? What does it mean to be gifted something, and go work through that? If you can take this as far as you want, but I just know for myself that resolving the sense of powerlessness meant for me that I could manifest in clients at a higher vibration. I could raise my price. I could start offering group courses. And then that money just came in for me to be able to pay cash for my car. Here, Mr. Car Dealer, thank you. I'll see you in a month's time when it arrives. So allow that energy to expand in whatever way the universe wants it to show up for you. Then, of course, be ready to receive. Have gratitude and appreciation for the universe helping you to create this. Raise that frequency, as we've spoken in previous videos. You may see the results instantly, and you may have to actually work on those deeper limiting beliefs. Working with somebody, for me, is the absolute fastest ways for me to get results. So I don't hesitate to have a coach on standby. If there's something that I'm manifesting, then I love to work with healers, coaches, kinesiologists, who can think outside of the square that I'm in. So completely up to you, but it depends on how fast you want to take this. So, catch my breath. This is by far the most powerful manifesting process that I have ever worked with. And yeah, the results prove time and time again that this one works. So enjoy playing with this and let me know how you go. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.